So all devotees are requested to switch on their mobile, their camera. So we know that you are listening, and that will give us also some faces to look at while talking. Otherwise, I'm just looking at my video and talking to myself, it seems like.
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna, everyone. Okay. Start. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदन्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसाहित्यं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्विषि नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So today, for some people and for our Vaishnav calendar, tomorrow is Akshay Tritiya. So Akshay Tritiya is considered one of the auspicious days in our Vedic calendar. And so usually you all discuss Bhagavad Gita at in this class. But today we thought we will discuss something about Akshay Tritiya, and we could have some discussion on that. So I will just try to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
All right. So Akshay Tritiya, several auspicious things happened on Akshay Tritiya. One of them is the appearance of Lord Parshuram. Lord Parshuram is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, and he appeared on Akshay Tritiya day. And Lord Parshuram appeared to protect the earth from unnecessary evil kings. So whenever there is too much of a rise of evil, then Parshuram comes, and when Parshuram comes, the Lord comes. Bhavati Bharata Adbhutanam Dharmasya Tadatmanam Srijamyaham. Whenever and wherever there is a rise of irreligion and a decline of religion, I appear to re-establish the Dharma principles. So Parshuram came, there were all these Kshatriya kings who were taking facility for granted. And Lord Parshuram came to annihilate all of them. Just like Krishna came to kill Kamsa and so many demons, and Lord Ramachandra came to kill Ravan and so many demons. So similarly, Lord Parshuram came, and Lord Parshuram appeared on Akshay Tritiya day. So that is one aspect of Akshay Tritiya. Going ahead, just one second. Then Mother Ganga appeared on Akshay Tritiya day, and we know how the sage Bhagirathi wanted to sage Bhagirath wanted to deliver his descendants, and for that he requested Mother Ganga to come. Can you please shut the door? Ganga Maya, she came, and then she couldn't come directly. So Lord Shiva facilitated Mother Ganga on his jata, and that's how Ganga appeared. So today is on Akshay Tritiya, the day where Mother Ganga appeared as well. How many of you have taken bath in Ganga, either at Haridwar or at Rishikesh or at Varanasi or at Prayag or at Mayapur? Raise your hands electronically or physically. How many of you have taken bath in Ganga? 4 people, 5 people. Not many. Not many. So we invite you to come with us to Mayapur. We have a yatra in Mayapur, and Mother Ganga flows by Mayapur also. And then every day for 7 days you can take bath in Ganga. And the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took bath, that is Mayapur. And yeah. So Mother Ganga appeared on Akshay Tritiya day. Then Krishna gave Draupadi the Akshay Patra. So we know the story of how Duryodhan, he always wanted. प्रभु जी आपका वॉइस वेरी लो है. वॉइस लो है क्या?
प्रॉपर है प्रभु जी.
प्रॉपर है. आप चेक कीजिए. मे बी योर स्पीकर सेटिंग्स मस्ट बी नॉट प्रॉपर. Yeah. So then Duryodhan always wanted to get back at the Pandavas. So when the Pandavas were in exile, Duryodhan purposefully sent Durvasa Muni. And just when the exile started, that time Krishna gave Draupadi this Akshay Patra. So that Krishna gave this Akshay Patra to Draupadi on Akshay Tritiya day. That's why it's called Akshay Patra. Akshay Tritiya day basically means that whatever auspicious things you do on this day will last forever. And that is why people buy gold, because they think gold is auspicious. And then they think that if I buy gold on Akshay Tritiya, I will regularly get gold, or I will regularly be able to buy gold. People buy new vehicles, they buy new homes, they start new projects, they do all these things on Akshay Tritiya day. As practicing devotees, we understand that all these things are temporary. While buying gold would still make sense, because its value will go on increasing, unlike a vehicle or something. But still, even that has an end. Your gold will last with you till you are alive. Then you can't take, and definitely your family members will not, along with burning your body, they will not burn your gold with it. They'll keep your gold and they'll burn your body, or they'll bury you, or however you want to be. You want your body to be disposed. They're definitely not going to dispose the gold. Not going to go with us. So as devotees on Akshay Tritiya day, we want to take some spiritual vows. We want to take some spiritual blessings from the Lord, because we want those to continue forever. I want Krishna's blessings to continue with me forever. I want Krishna's mercy to continue with me forever. I want this chanting of Hare Krishna to go on forever. That is what I want as Akshay. That is what I want as permanent. Because these are my permanent assets. These last with me. So Krishna gave Draupadi the Akshay Patra. Now when Durvasa Muni came with his 10,000 disciples, Duryodhan purposely sent them at a time when he knew the Pandavas would have had their meal. The Akshay Patra worked in such a way that once a day it would give unlimited food. And then after Draupadi would wash the Patra, after that it would not give any more food for that whole day. Then again next day it would give food. So after Draupadi had washed the Akshay Patra, that's when Durvasa Muni and his 10,000 disciples came. So then Draupadi did not go to Yudhishthir or go to Bhim for help. She directly called Krishna because she had past experience that the only one who could help her was Krishna. When she was being insulted in the assembly, Krishna helped her. Like that, on multiple occasions, Krishna had helped her. So now her faith in Krishna was very, very strong. As devotees, we should also have this as one of the measuring sticks, yardsticks for us. How is my faith in the Lord strong? Or is it stronger than it was earlier? And am I progressing properly that way? So that is very important. So when she called Krishna, Krishna came and Krishna said, "Oh Draupadi, I am very hungry, you give me food." So Draupadi said, "My dear Lord, that is exactly the problem. There is no food." Krishna said, "No, no, no, but I want." She said, "But there's none." And now we earlier had to feed 10,000 disciples and Durvasa, now even you want food. How is it possible? So Krishna said, "No, you see the Akshay Patra, there must be something." So she went, there was a piece of rice, some people say a piece of spinach. And Krishna just took that and he said, "Oh, I am fully satisfied." As soon as Krishna said, "I am fully satisfied," Durvasa Muni and all the 10,000 disciples also became fully satisfied. And their hunger went away. It's like, sometimes you overeat, and after you overeat, no matter what comes in front of you, just cannot think of eating it. You in fact think, "Abhi 24 घंटे तक मैं कुछ नहीं खाऊंगा." No, sometimes you feel like that. Boss, I'll skip dinner. I'll eat breakfast tomorrow. So that happens when we please the Lord. There's a verse in the Bhagavatam. Devarishi bhutaptan rinam pitrinam na kinkarunayam rine charajam sarvatmaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam parihritya kartam. Which says that as long as we don't please the Lord, then we have obligations towards several people. We have obligations towards Deva, Rishi, Bhuta, Pitri, all these people, the sages, the demigods, the forefathers, our parents. We have debt towards Mother Nature. So much we are getting from all these people. But Sharvatmanam ya Sharanam Sharanyam. If we just take shelter of Mukunda, Krishna, and if we satisfy Krishna, all our obligations towards all other people in life will be fully satisfied. It will automatically get discharged. Like watering the root of a tree. We water the root of a tree, all the leaves and branches and the trunk become nourished. Similarly, when we satisfy Lord Krishna, automatically all these obligations, we have obligation towards the sun. If the sun were not there, there would be no life. We have obligation towards Vayu. If the wind would not be there, if there would be no oxygen, we would be dead. We have obligation towards Indra. If there would be no water, there would be no life. We have obligation towards Chandra. If the moon would not be there, there would be no nourishment in the soil and therefore there would be no vegetation. We have obligation towards Bhumi Devi. If the earth were not fertile, there would be no food. Like that, we have so many obligations towards our parents. If they would not be there, we would not be there. Towards our grandparents, if they would not be there, our parents would not be there, hence we would not be there. Unlimited. There are so many people who we have obligation towards that we cannot fulfill these obligations in this life. And then we have obligation towards the spiritual master. We have obligations towards those people who are inspiring us to serve the Lord. All of these obligations cannot be fulfilled, and hence we will be debtors and we will have to take birth again and again and again, and it'll go on. And in every life, different parents, different grandparents, obligations just go on increasing. All we are giving actually, Mother Nature, is our waste, is our garbage. That's all that we are giving Mother. Most people don't value these things. So their debt goes on increasing, their karma goes on increasing. But the way we can discharge our karma and remove all these debts is by serving Lord Krishna. Because all these people are indebted to Lord Krishna. So when we directly serve Lord Krishna, Krishna discharges all their debt. It's like if you owe money to someone and that person owes money to the other one and he tells you, don't give me directly, go and give him. And so it gets settled. So all of them, Bhumi Devi is indebted to Krishna. Surya Dev is indebted to Krishna. Vayu Dev is indebted to Krishna. Chandra is indebted to Krishna. Indra is indebted to Krishna. Everyone is indebted to the Lord. So when we discharge service directly to the Lord, everyone becomes satisfied. Our debts are fully discharged. Our karmas start getting burnt. So when Draupadi satisfied Krishna, she automatically satisfied the hunger of Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples. So this is the learning we get, that let us satisfy Lord Krishna. Now the question is, how does Lord Krishna get satisfied? Now all of you think, in your current state of life, we're not talking about in an ideal scenario. In the current state of life, the way you are right now on 19th April 2026, the situation of your life, think of two ways in which you can satisfy Lord Krishna. Two simple ways in which you can satisfy Lord Krishna. And if you would like to share, please write it in the chat box. We'd like to read. Two simple, and in one message only write both. Otherwise, we'll have like multiple messages. Two simple ways in which you can satisfy Lord Krishna, which are doable and measurable. Dr. Swetha Amit, chanting. Yeah, chanting is one way, it is measurable. Chanting more, serving devotees, measurable. Taking his name, measurable. Very good. We said two. Most of you are just typing one. Chanting and serving parents, measurable. What else? Chanting 16 rounds, taking only prasad. The word only is very important there. Not just taking prasad and McDonald's. Taking only prasad. Very nice. Offering food and chanting the holy name. Very good. Offering bhog, chanting and serving. Mahamantra, service, chanting and serving the Lord. So all of you are, that I'm guessing by your responses, all of you are chanting every day. Very good. Reading Bhagavad Gita, very nice. Tulsi Seva, regularly visiting the temple, good. Eating food after offering to Krishna, very nice. Good devotion. Reading and following Bhagavad Gita, very good. Meditation and Seva, chanting Guru Seva, offering bhog, reading Krishna books, nice, good. Absorption, complete absorption in chanting and offering food. Chanting, serving devotees, Go Seva, very nice. Helping others, visiting temples and chanting. Deity worship and offering bhoga. Serving Krishna and his devotees in a loving and servicing as a servant of the servant. Very nice. Speaking with others about Krishna. That is a very nice way to serve the Lord. Tell others about Krishna. Kathayam cham cha mam nityam. Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. When I talk to others about Krishna and from them I hear about Krishna, I become satisfied. Offering milk to Lord Krishna. Very nice. Something specific. Milk. Read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Annadan. Very good. Going to holy places. That's nice. Seeing Krishna in everything. Visiting temples. Krishna Prachar. Be kind. Visit Dham. Listening to Krishna Leela. Spread Gita to others. Regular donation seva. Reading, following Bhagavad Gita. Doing daily chores by taking his name. See, all of these are very measurable. Giving donation to ISKCON temples. Be kind with people so that they can reach Krishna. All these things are very measurable and they are very simple. We can all do these things. And by this, we should rest assured that when Krishna becomes pleased, our responsibilities towards all these other living entities get discharged. Not that we should not perform responsibilities towards them, we should, but materially we cannot reduce our obligations. But by serving the Lord, automatically it happens. Thank you so much for participating in this. So this happened. Krishna gave Akshay Patra to Draupadi on Akshay Tritiya day. Then Ganesh ji started writing Mahabharat on Akshay Tritiya day. So Mahabharat was dictated by Vyasdev. Vyasdev had a condition that Ganesh ji had a condition that if I start writing, I will not stop writing. My pen should keep moving. The minute you take a break and I stop writing, I will not start writing again. So Vyasdev put his own condition. He said, okay, but you will only write what you understand. And if you don't understand something, you will not write. So that way Vyasdev got a break, Ganeshji got a break, and then they went on. It's like a husband and wife. Compromise with each other and you go on in life. That's how it should be. Our parents and our grandparents were expert at that. Our generation, not so much. But that has to be there. There is no happiness anyway in the material world. So we should not think that just this relationship is not bringing happiness. No, there is no happiness. But there need not be unnecessary distress. So we should have expectations clear and we should be realistic with ourselves. Usually we want to expect a lot from others and we can't deliver ourselves. So here Ganeshji had that kind of an expectation and Vyasdev brought him down and okay, I'll do that, but you do this. Okay, I'll do this. So it brought me down and it brought him down and it worked well. So Mahabharat, Ganeshji started writing on Akshay Tritiya day. How many of you have read Mahabharat? Raise your hands. Read Mahabharat, not seen B.R. Chopra, but read. 2 people, 3 people. That's it, huh? 3 people. Okay, how many of you have seen B.R. Chopra's Mahabharat? Many more people, okay. Why I'm saying B.R. Chopra? Because that's still authentic. It's an authentic rendition of Mahabharat. So please read. These are Indian classics. Unfortunately, if you've gone to an ICSE school, you must have read Shakespeare. Or your children must be reading all these things. But they don't teach us Mahabharat. That's the irony of our Indian education system. Krishna willing, it should change. But at least as adults, we should be reading these things. Mahabharat, Ramayana, these are our spiritual, devotional classics. Instead of reading Julius Caesar, we should read about Arjun. So Ganeshji wrote Mahabharat on Akshay Tritiya day. Chandan Yatra begins. We'll recite that pastime. But which author's book of Mahabharat should we read? So there are 2-3 you can read. One is a devotee called Krishna Dharma. Krishna Dharma, his Mahabharat is available on Amazon. He's written Ramayana also and Mahabharat. Krishna Dharma, he's a follower of ISKCON. His Mahabharata is very authentic and very much, very, very beautiful narration. When you read, you actually get transported and you can easily picture how Hastinapur was, how things were. You go to Amazon and type Krishna Dharma Mahabharata. You will get it. You don't need the link for it. The other is Purna Pragnya Prabhu, Purna Pragnya Das. That's a smaller version. If you want a condensed version, then Purna Pragnya Prabhu. And if you want a big version, which I recommend, then read Krishna Dharma. Chandan Yatra begins for the next 21 days from tomorrow. All the deities in ISKCON will be applied Chandan because this is like considered the peak of summer. So then Chandan is applied to the deities. Treta Yug begins on Akshay Tritiya. The Treta Yug began. We all know we are in Satyug right now. And so after Satyug comes Treta Yuga. We are in Satyug? No, we're not in Satyug. Vishwanath Prabhu, we are in Satyug or
Kaliyug,
no?
Kaliyug. We are in
Kali
Kaliyug.
Yuga.
We are in Kaliyug.
Really?
Really?
Looking at all you bright faces and the responses you are giving, I thought we were in Satyug. When we are with devotees, it is Satyug. And when we are not with devotees, then Kalyug's full presence is felt. Kanchan Khatri writes, our elders used to say, read Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, but nobody promoted to read Mahabharata as they thought reading that will lead to fights in the families. This was a blockage out of ignorance. Fights in the families are still there, isn't it? You have not read Mahabharata. So maybe if you read it, the fights will reduce. All those elders, but very nicely saw B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata on DD because it was entertainment. But they kept Bhagavad Gita locked in a red cloth above somewhere. Unfortunate. Right. So Treta Yuga, all of you just corrected me. We are not in Satyug, we are in Kalyug. So Treta Yuga started on Akshay Tritiya day. In Jagannath Puri, every year they make a new Rath for Lord Jagannath, Lord Baldev and Subhadra Maiya. And every year they start the building of the Rath on Akshay Tritiya day. And the Rath, Lord Jagannath's Rath is 45 feet high. Imagine making a Rath out of wood, which is 45 feet high. The wheel's diameter is 7 feet. And like that, there are 16 wheels on one Rath. And they make that Rath every year. And at the end of the Rath Yatra, they dismantle it and they use that as cooking fuel. Lord Jagannath's bhog is made with wood fire. And so they use that Rath ka wood to cook. And every year they make new Raths. Do you know anyone who can buy a car every year? Every year, new car. That also 3. One for the spouse, one for me, and one for the whatever siblings or children or my parents. No. Lord Jagannath shows that actually I am the Lord of the universe, and these are things are possible for me. Then also Sudama, Krishna's friend, reached Dwarka on Akshay Tritiya day. So Sudama and Krishna were best friends in Sandipani Muni's Gurukul. They were inseparable. Later on, Krishna became Dwarkadish. Sudama was a Brahmana, and so he was not very wealthy. And sorry. So one day his wife just went and told him, do you know your friend is the king of Dwarka? We are so poor that I don't have even milk to feed your children. So you please go to him and beg him and request him for some help. And Sudama said, no, that is not my relationship with Krishna. I do not want to do that. I will not go. My relationship with Krishna is a friend. He's my friend. I will not ask him anything. And Sudama was very, very devoted. Like Arjun. You know, Arjun was in Sakhyaras. Sudama was in Sakhyaras. Very, very devoted, but very, very friendly. And so, but as some of us may have experienced, when a husband and a wife disagree on something, the wife has a very good quality of not giving up. And by not giving up, eventually the husband who just wants some peace will say, okay, I'll do it. So then that's what Sudama did. But Sudama thought that I am not going to go and ask anything, but at least, I will go and meet Krishna. And on this pretext, I can go and meet Krishna. I will tell her that, okay, I will go and ask him, but I'm not going to ask him anything. But then he told his wife, I can't go empty-handed. Wife said, we don't have anything. Then the wife only said, okay, I'll go and beg something. and she went door to door and she collected some chipped rice, poha, dry poha, uncooked, from various places. Now they were very poor. So when a poor person comes to you and asks you for some food, invariably what you will do is you will not give them the best of things. You will give them some not so good quality, or you will give them some leftover, or generally people do that. They shouldn't, but they do it. So they collected, going door to door begging, they collected some very inferior quality chipped rice. And then Sudama tied it in a potli and he walked to Dwarka. All the way while he was going, he was just thinking, oh, I am so lucky I will get to meet my friend Krishna today. I am so fortunate that after such a long time, I will get darshan of Krishna. And I don't know if Krishna will remember me or not. But then he's thinking, oh, of course Krishna will remember me. How will Krishna forget me? We had such... Krishna is so merciful and Krishna is so loving. He will not forget me. Thinking like this, in this kind of an emotional state, Sudama reached Dwarka. When he reached Dwarka, the Dwarpals, they stopped him. He was in rags. He was not at all a person who was fit to enter Krishna's palace. And they asked him, who are you? He said, my name is Sudama. I am Krishna's friend from childhood. As soon as these guards heard Sudama, they immediately became respectful and they allowed Sudama inside. Sudama thought, oh, that means Krishna has spoken about me to these people. Became very touched. When Krishna heard that Sudama has come, he came running outside from his court and he embraced Sudama. And he hugged Sudama very tightly and he washed Sudama's feet with his tears. Krishna was crying tears of joy seeing Sudama. And with Krishna's tears, Sudama's feet got washed. And then Krishna took his Sudama by the hand and made him sit on his own throne and then performed Aarti of Sudama. Now, when a very important person gives respect to somebody else, it signifies that somebody else is very, very important. That somebody else is very close to this person. So all the queens of Dwarka, all the residents of Dwarka, they all understood that this is not an ordinary person. And automatically they all started serving Sudama. Then Krishna made Sudama sit on his bed and sat next to him. And they started, like you meet an old friend, invariably, after 2 minutes of asking about current life, we invariably go into the past. Because that's the nature of the mind. That we have fear of the future and we have, we keep talking about the past and we are never in the present. So Sudama, just 1 second. So they were talking about this. They were talking about their time at Sandipani Muni's ashram. They were talking about how things were. And then Krishna asked Sudama that, have you brought something for me? So Sudama had completely forgotten about that poha. And now looking at the opulence of Dwarka, he thought, I dare not give this poha to Krishna. And Krishna has given me such hospitality. And in return for that, I will give him some, inferior quality poha which I have begged from people. That's true. Sudama just hid that behind his back and said, no, Krishna, I have not got anything. And of course, Krishna is the Lord in our heart. So he knows. So he put his hand behind and removed that potli. And Sudama is like, no, Lord, don't eat that. Don't eat that. I'm sorry I brought it. Just please don't touch it also. And Sudama, Krishna is like, oh, really? You brought something for me? You don't. Whenever, someone is told, don't do it, invariably we want to do it. So then Krishna took and when the queens of Dwarka, Rukmani, Satyabhama, they saw that ye to bahut raw and not very great quality. And Krishna is used to, eating the best of everything. They also do, no, 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 don't eat, your stomach will go bad. Krishna took it, put it in his mouth, and he ate it, and he was loudly, he was saying, oh, this is the best thing I have ever eaten. Rukmani, Satyabhama, they all thought that, uh, he's insulting our cooking by saying this. Chip tried, raw poha se acha kuch nahi hai, Krishna is saying. And then, as soon as, just 1 second. As soon as Krishna ate that first bite of poha, Sudama's hermitage got transported and transformed into a palace. As soon as he ate the second bite, Sudama's wife, her torn saris and everything got changed into silk. She got ornaments, she got jewelry, she got all those things. And suddenly maid servant, suddenly, she's in a jhopda thinking, looking at the broken roof. And next second, she's in a palace and she's got the best of silks and jewelry and maid servants, and she's thinking, kya ho gaya? And then Krishna went to take the third bite. So then Rukmani and Satyabhama thought, अभी ये तीसरा बाइट लेगा ना, हम लोग को उसकी दासी बनना पड़ेगा. Sudama's wives will become her maid servants. So they both grabbed Krishna and said, no, 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 no more eating. And at that time, enough. At that time, Sudama realized that there's only one person who is worthy of reciprocation, and that is Krishna. When Krishna saw that Sudama has begged and brought chipped rice, Krishna remembered his promise which he made in Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna made a promise. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateva bhajamyaham. As you surrender unto me, I reciprocate accordingly. So Krishna has made a promise that he will reciprocate with us to the level of our reciprocation for him. If we give Krishna 5%, Krishna will reciprocate 5%. If we give Krishna 100%, Krishna will reciprocate in 100%. So Krishna is thinking, Sudama has given me something that did not belong to him. He went out begging. So I also have to reciprocate at that level. That means I also have to go and beg from somewhere and give him something that doesn't belong to me. But everything belongs to me. Who do I beg from? Everything is mine. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Bhumirapa nala vayu kham mano buddhi revacha ahankar itiyam me bhinna prakriti rashada aparya midastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Krishna says, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, they are my separated material energies. And apart from this, there is my superior energy, which is Jiva Bhuta, the living entity, who is also my energy, my spiritual superior energy. So everything belongs to Krishna. So Krishna said, I cannot give him anything that doesn't belong to me. There's only one more option. I will give myself to Sudama. And then Krishna gave himself fully to Sudama. So this is the wonderful reciprocation that Lord Krishna does to every devotee. This reciprocation was not just for Sudama. It is for you, it is for me, it is for everyone who wants to lovingly serve the Lord. And if we genuinely, lovingly want to serve the Lord will reciprocate with us to the same degree in which he reciprocated with all these wonderful devotees. So this pastime, Sudama reaching Dwarka, Krishna eating the chipped rice. It happened on Akshay Tritiya day. And the last pastime, the last event that happened on Akshay Tritiya day was Lord Gopal's reciprocation with Madhavendra Puri. So we know Madhavendra Puri was a great Vaishnava, a great devotee, and he was residing at Govardhan. And at Govardhan, sit properly. Sit properly. Sit properly. At Govardhan, Madhavendra Puri was absorbed in hearing and chanting about Lord Krishna. One day, while he was sitting on the banks of Govind Kund and he was fasting and he was performing Nam Jap, one very beautiful boy came there. And Madhavendra Puri had never seen that boy before. And that boy came with a pot of milk. And he offered that milk to Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri looked at that boy and he was stunned. He was stunned that I have never seen someone so beautiful and so gorgeous before. And somebody who is, so bright and so effulgent. And this boy told Madhavendra Puri, I came to know that you're fasting. Nobody in my village ever fasts. So people usually make arrangements for their food. All those people who cannot arrange their own food, I give them food. And he brought milk for him. Ultimately, the Lord provides for all of us. And the Lord showed it through this pastime. And then Madhavendra Puri asked him that, where have you come from? He said, my name is Gopal. I stay in the neighboring village. And please have this. I will come later on to collect the pot. And he disappeared. After Madhavendra Puri had that milk, he went into ecstasy. He went into ecstasy and he was thinking, this cannot be an ordinary person. Thinking in this way, he went off to sleep. And in his sleep, that same boy came and revealed himself that I am Lord Krishna. And I want to take some service from you. You have made yourself very dear. I am very impressed by you. And I want to engage you in service. And then he took him by the hand in the sleep, in his dream, to a nearby, some small mini forest area at Govardhan. And in that, there was this big bush. And he said, I am residing underneath this bush. When the Mughals came and they invaded, that time the Pujari, out of fear that the Mughals will destroy the temple, they hid me over here, the deity. And I was actually carved by Vajranab, the grandson of Lord Krishna. So you please remove me from here and start offering worship to me. So Madhavendra Puri got up and he went and he called all the villagers. And he said, we have to go to this forest and there is a deity of Lord Krishna there. And we have to excavate the deity and we have to start worship. So they all went there with their plows and axes and everything and they cut. And sure enough, below the bushes, there was this wonderful, beautiful black stone deity of Lord Krishna. This deity is currently in Nathdwara and known as Srinathji. That same deity, this is how this deity was discovered. So then they brought the deity out, they made a asan, and then there was gorgeous worship going on. Madhavendra Puri instructed the residents of Vrindavan to bring 900 pots of water from Govind Kund. 900. And Abhishek went on. Then Abhishek went on with Panchamrit, Charnamrit, Panchagavya. And then Bhog was offered. Chaitanya Charitamrita describes that every day for 2 years, this festival went on. Every villager had one day where they would offer food. And like that, it went on for 2 years. At the end of the second year, Madhavendra Puri got another dream. In that dream, again, Lord Gopal came in his dream, this deity. And he said that, so many years I was in that bush, feeling very hot. Although for the last 2 years, you're worshipping me very nicely and offering me Abhishek every day and such wonderful bhog. My temperature has still not gone down. So, you go to Jagannath Puri and over there you get me chandan and you apply this chandan on my body. and then I'll feel cool. Madhavendra Puri got up from his dream. Now he knew already एक dream सच हुआ, तो second dream भी करना है follow. And then he went to started walking, gave the service of Gopalji to two Brahmanas and started going to Jagannath Puri. Now from Vrindavan, from Govardhan to Jagannath Puri is a very big distance. And this is before roads and before motor vehicles and even before trains. That time the only way you would go by is by bullock cart, horse or walking. Now Madhavendra Puri was not, he was just a Brahmana, he was not rich, he didn't have any horse carriage or bullock carts and also he was walking. And walking, after several months, he reached a place called Remuna. At Remuna, he stayed that night. And when he saw the worship of Lord Gopinath at Remuna, he became very impressed. And he came to know that this is a very special standard of worship here. And I should also learn some things so that I can serve Gopalji better. So he asked the priest, what is the most famous thing that is offered here? And they said that the priest said there is this famous kheer called Amrit Keli, which is this kheer is not offered anywhere else in the world. It is so rich and so condensed and so sweet. So Madhavendra Puri thought that I want to taste this kheer, not to enjoy, but so that I can offer this kind of kheer to Lord Gopal at Govardhan. While he thought about this desire to want to taste, he saw that the offering was going on. So generally when we make bhog, we should not be in the mood कि ये बहुत अच्छा taste करेगा मेरे लिए. The mood should be that I hope this is tasteful for Krishna. And while the bhog is being offered, we should not look and say, अरे पूरी ठंडा हो रहा है, जल्दी से offering कर लेते हैं. The puffed puri is becoming puchka again. I should eat fast. I should offer fast. Yeah, my hot biryani will become cold. Krishna, jaldi khao. And the mood should not be my enjoyment. The mood should be Krishna's enjoyment. When the mood is Krishna's enjoyment, Krishna will give me all enjoyment. When the mood is my enjoyment, I'll just be under the clutches of my karma going on. So when Madhavendra Puri saw that actually the offering is going on, at that time I have desired this, to eat this, he thought, I am an offender. How can I desire eating something that Krishna has not yet eaten? This is like the exalted standard of his worship. When we see good mangoes, we don't think, अरे वाह कृष्णा को कितना मजा आएगा ये खाने में. We think, I want to eat and अच्छा ठीक है, because I am a practicing devotee, I should first offer it to Krishna. At least, I don't know about you, but for me, the mood is like that. That हाँ ठीक है, मुझे खाना है, अभी प्रोसेस मालूम है, पहले भगवान को अर्पण करना है, फिर खाना है, तो I am doing it. But it's not that, oh wow, no, here are very nice juicy mangoes. Krishna will really enjoy them. And then I will eat it as prasad. But actually we should develop this kind of a mood. Then that is Krishna consciousness. We are conscious of Krishna's pleasure. Right now we are very much conscious of my pleasure. And somehow हमको भक्तों ने फंसा दिया है भक्ति में, तो हमें पता है कि वो पहले भगवान को ऑफर करना है. So then he left that place. He thought, I don't deserve eating this. That night, Gopinath ji came in the dream of the pujari. And he told him that, behind the curtain, I have hid one pot of kheer. And you please take this, go outside. There is a devotee called Madhavendra Puri and you give it to him. Pujari woke up. He thought, ऐसा तो कभी ड्रीम मेरे को ऐसा कभी ड्रीम आया नहीं है पहले. So he thought, no, let me go and check. He took a bath, he wore fresh clothes, he went into the altar, and sure enough, behind the altar, behind the curtain, there was a pot of kheer. So immediately became very ecstatic. He ran taking that kheer outside. It was dark outside. And he ran and he went to the market city center and loudly said, is there any person named Madhavendra Puri? Lord Gopinath has stolen kheer for you. Madhavendra Puri came and he became so thankful. He offered obeisances to the priest. The priest offered obeisances to Madhavendra Puri. And the priest said, Madhavendra Puri, you are an exalted Vaishnava. That Krishna has stolen Kheer for you. From that day onwards, the deity's name became Kheer Chor Gopinath. When someone calls us a thief, we become very insulted. Thief is not a good title. But for Krishna, Kheer Chor Gopinath. That's a title that for my devotee, I will do anything. To protect the residents of Mathura, Krishna ran away and his name became Ranchor. In Dakhor, in Gujarat, there is this temple of Ranchor Rai. Ranchor, Kheer Chor, Makhan Chor. And these are Krishna's glories. So, Madhavendra Puri tasted that kheer and he was blissful. Then Madhavendra Puri thought, if I stay in this village for long, tomorrow morning everyone is going to come to know that Gopinath stole kheer for me. And people will want to praise me, they will want to worship me, they will want to give me dakshina, they will want to wash my feet, they will want to, give me all these, respect. I don't want any of these things. So he ran away from that village to Jagannath Puri. And Srila Prabhupada in his purport to this verse writes that although the devotee, genuine devotee doesn't want praise, the Lord wants to praise that devotee. And so when Madhavendra Puri reached Jagannath Puri, before he reached, his reputation reached. And people came to know that Madhavendra Puri is this great exalted devotee for whom Gopinath stole kheer. So when he reached Jagannath Puri, everyone was in awe and reverence of him. Everyone was respecting him. And as devotees, we should not seek name, fame, prestige. We should simply seek devotion to Krishna. And if Krishna is pleased, he may award some of these things to us, but we should not be hankering after them. The king of Puri, the ministers, they all came to receive and, to greet Madhavendra Puri and respect him. And they said, we know you are here to get Chandan. We will give you as much Chandan as you want. You don't have to go back walking now. We will arrange horse carriages and permission and everything. You just stay here with us for some time and enlighten us about Krishna. And आपका ये चंदन पहुंच जाएगा उधर. Tension मत लो. Madhavendra Puri said, no, I have been given this seva. I will take it. After spending some time giving his association to those people, Madhavendra Puri started walking back. Now again he got a dream. In which now again Gopalji came. Gopalji came first in the dream. Then again in the dream, first time he said, मुझे यहाँ से excavate करो. Second time he said, मुझे गर्मी लग रही है, चंदन लेके आओ. Then Gopinath came in the dream of the Pujari that here is the kheer, you bring it and give it to Madhavendra Puri. Now fourth dream, again Gopalji came and said, Madhavendra Puri, don't worry. I have tested you so much, you have passed all my tests. Now you don't have to bring this chandan, heavy chandan all the way to Vrindavan. You go to Remuna, which is very close to Jagannath Puri, and you offer this chandan to Gopinath. And through him, I will accept. And so that's how this chandan yatra started. And for 21 days, this chandan is offered. So Madhavendra Puri offered chandan to Gopinath. And then from that time onwards, in our Vaishnav tradition, every time for 21 days during Akshay Tritiya, chandan is offered to the deities. So this is the pastime of the devotion of Madhavendra Puri, by which we learn that we should always be willing to render service to Lord Krishna. We should never ever shy away from rendering service. Ultimately, only Krishna can reciprocate in a wonderful way. All other reciprocations in the material world will not make us happy because they cannot be full. And when a devotee takes hardship for the Lord reciprocates with the devotee in a wonderful way. So the Lord reciprocated with Madhavendra Puri's devotion. And in this way, not only did the worship of Srinathji start, not only did Gopinath get a new name of Kheer Chor, but this Chandan Yatra started. The applying of Chandan on the deity started. So Madhavendra Puri's Bhajan Kutir is at Govardhan near Govind Kund. When we perform Parikrama of Govardhan, we go to Govind Kund. And just there, before the Kund, between the Kund and Govardhan, there is this nice Bhajan Kutir and deity of Madhavendra Puri. Next time you go to Govardhan, you can pay respects to Madhavendra Puri there. So this is Akshay Tritiya. So many wonderful auspicious things happened. As devotees for us, What is important is that we take spiritual vows and we do them every day. And then every day is Akshay. Every day is auspicious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what is the most auspicious thing in the life of a devotee? And Ramananda Rai did not reply gold. He did not reply, property. He replied, association of devotees is the most auspicious thing for a devotee. Association is the most important thing. So, just 1 second. So let us seek the association of devotees, and in this way our life can also be auspicious. Hare Krishna. So if anyone has any questions, it's 12 o'clock. We have
Hare
some
Krishna,
time.
Prabhu.
If you have any questions, we can discuss now. There's a question, how did Srinathji reach Nathdwara? So after this temple, some small temple was built at Govardhan. Again, there was trouble from the Mughals. And that's where all the Rajput kings, they came. And then they transferred these deities from Govardhan to Jaipur and to Rajasthan and various places. So that's how Srinathji got transferred to Nathdwara. Why didn't Krishna save us from invaders? Well, everyone has to get their share of karma. So that karma has to come. And Krishna definitely saved. The way Krishna saves us, Krishna will save materially. Sometimes Krishna will save spiritually. So those who are genuine devotees of the Lord will always protect them. And for the others, they have to face their karma. So in this way, the Lord leaves that choice to us. Any other questions? From tomorrow, the Chandan Seva starts for 21 days. Yes, from tomorrow, as per Vaishnav calendar, from tomorrow for 21 days. Any other questions? Apart from this Chandan Seva, any other question? Just in general, would you like to ask? What is Chandan Seva? Chandan, blocks of Chandan, you make a paste out of it and you apply it to the DT to give a cooling effect. That is Chandan Seva. Is there a way to escape from next life? Absolutely there is. There is no need to have a next life. You perform devotional service nicely. If you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day, if you serve Lord Krishna, if you offer prasad, if you serve the devotees, you don't have to take birth again. Any other questions? What can we do at home for Chandan Seva? Yeah? You buy some Chandan, you make a paste, and you apply it if you have a DT at home. Otherwise, you apply on the picture of Lord Krishna, and in this way, you can offer Chandan to the Lord. Please go on, sir. Any other questions? How to get Krishna consciousness while offering food? How to get Krishna? I don't think that is a right question. Offering food itself is a process of Krishna consciousness. But the mood should be that this is for Krishna's pleasure, not for mine. The mood should be this is given by Krishna. The ingredients are given by Krishna. The raw material is given by Krishna. Everything is given by Krishna. Right now it is in my possession. All I am doing is returning it back to Krishna. But it should be with love. And if it is offered with love, Lord Krishna accepts. Lord Krishna did not accept the big feast of Duryodhan, but he accepted the humble offering of Vidur and Vidur's wife because it was filled with love. So while offering food, the main ingredient is love. If you offer it lovingly to Krishna in this mood that it is given by Krishna and it is for Krishna, then Krishna will very happily accept it. In Vishakhapatnam, in Simhachalam, only on Akshay Tritiya, Lord Narasimha will give darshan without Chandan. Remaining 364 days, the DT is covered with Chandan. Thank you for that, Gayatri. So that is the opposite. Narasimha Dev is always very ferocious and fierce. So he's covered with chandan, and Akshay Tritiya day, they remove the chandan. So if anyone is here who stays near Vishakhapatnam, you should go to Simhachalam and take darshan. Very, very special deity of Lord Narasimha Dev at Simhachalam. I wanted to understand Samudra Manthan, which was done in which yuga, and does this pastime repeat every time? Which yuga it was done, I'm not sure. Probably Satyug or one of, definitely not Kali Yuga. It was done in one of the other yugas. And yes, these pastimes do get repeated. Just like Lord Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma, in different yugas he will come. So similarly, in different universes he will come. Similarly, these pastimes get repeated. What kind of actions done specifically on Akshay Tritiya? So all these 9 things which I recited, appearance of Parshuram, beginning of Treta Yuga, writing of Mahabharat, then the Chandan Yatra, Madhavendra Puri's pastime, Akshay Patra, Sudama's pastime, building of the Rath of Jagannath Puri, descent of Mother Ganga. These 9 pastimes happened on Akshay Tritiya day. For us, what we should do is, we should take spiritual vows. The whole funda is that whatever you do on Akshay Tritiya will continue. So you chant good rounds on Akshay Tritiya. You read Prabhupada's books and you take a vow that, my Lord, please bless me that from today I can do this regularly. Consistency is very, very important, and that should be done. They say we choose our life with a particular family. Why will I choose a family where there is no love and affection or support? We get families based on our karma. And in general, people with whom we have strong karmic backgrounds become our family members in the next life. So it is just about settling off our karma. So it's not as if we have chosen. Based on our karma, we have chosen. So based on our karma, now we have deserved this kind of a life. Whether it is good or it is not good, either way, the goal of life is not just a family life. The goal of life is to develop love for the Supreme Lord. That's the goal of life. And if you are stuck in a family situation which is not very favorable, that may not necessarily be a bad thing, because when life is difficult, at that time we tend to come closer to the Lord. It doesn't mean that we only have to come closer to the Lord when times are difficult. But when difficulty comes, definitely we tend to have these kind of realizations, which are not very strong, because when good times come, those realizations go away. But at least at those times we feel, Zindagi mein actually Bhagwan hi hai. You get those kind of feelings. So even if difficulties are there, it will help us come closer to Krishna. There are so many examples in scripture of people who faced so many difficulties, and those difficulties brought them closer to the Lord. So that way, okay, I've lost track. 1 second. Apart from Sudama, how did Krishna and reciprocate other gopis and gopas' love for them? I don't think I can I don't understand that question. Apart from Sudama, how did Krishna reciprocate other gopis and gopas? So the Lord had equally, he reciprocated with everybody. Based on their love, he reciprocated with them. So for the gopis, all they wanted was Krishna to look at them, and he would do that. They wanted Krishna to be with them, to play the flute. He would do that. The gopas would want Krishna to play with him. Krishna would do that. In this way, Mother Yashoda would want Krishna to be subservient to her. Krishna would do that. In this way, they all had their own rasa with Krishna. Akshay Tritiya, when is it? It is, as per Vaishnav calendar, it is tomorrow. But as per the Panchang, it is today. Doesn't hurt to observe on both days. In today's, so yeah, one thing everyone can also do on Akshay Tritiya is to donate money. Our hard-earned money, for which we spend a lot of our time, goes in our profession. So some part of it we should definitely give to the Lord, and Akshay Tritiya is a nice day to do that. In today's fast-paced life, how can we practically apply the essence of Akshay Tritiya in our daily life? There is no such thing as essence of Akshay Tritiya. The essence of life is to become devotees of Lord Krishna. And in fast-paced life also, we have to make our schedule in such a way that we have time. We need time and we need energy to worship the Lord. we cannot give the fag end of the day for the Lord when we are tired, we are stressed out, we just want to, end the day. At that time, if I think I will chant, it's not going to work. I should offer the best time of my day to the Lord. In the morning, when I'm fresh, when the day has not yet started, at that time I should get up and chant. And then if I'm really very busy, maybe during traveling and during other times, I should remove time wherein I can hear about the Lord, I can read, I can chant. In this way, we are all very intelligent. If we really want to, we'll figure out. We should do that. But with even technology, we can use. You put some kirtans, some lectures on your phone, or you keep the soft copies of the books on your phone. So that way, even while traveling, you can be Krishna conscious. Should we remove last day's chandan and reapply the same starting from tomorrow and then? Yes, you must, if you're going to do it daily, you must remove the previous night's chandan and then freshly up. Ideally, the chandan should be removed before night. And at night, the chandan is removed. Overnight, chandan is not kept. And the next day, again, you apply chandan, fresh chandan. Prabhuji, if I want to work minimally for material needs and spend rest of my time only in spiritual activity, however, if family needs are unlimited and they expect you to be doing things which fulfill all their material desires, how does one strike a balance? So you should discuss this in detail with some devotees who are guiding you. So if Mahapati Ram Prabhu or Jivamrit Prabhu or whoever is guiding you, you should discuss with them in detail, because that's a very generalized question and everyone's situation is very different. So discuss in detail, share your situation more with them, and then they will be able to guide you. In general, the principle is that in Grihastha Ashram, you have to take care of your family responsibilities. You cannot run away from your responsibilities. You cannot shy away from any of those things. But at the same time, you cannot have unlimited expectations and unlimited desires. There has to be a reality check that no matter how much I do, desires will be endless. So I should do whatever is required, and at the same time, I should take care of my spiritual life, knowing that ultimately my spiritual life is what human life is meant for. But if family members are not very supportive, and if family members are not having that same kind of mood, then if you will, if you will just ignore them, and it's not going to make it better. So that requires some intelligence of how you should engage your family directly or indirectly in the Lord's service. At least give them prasad, and in this way you can engage them, and you can set your priorities right, and give them also sufficient time, and give sufficient time for your spiritual life. How that will happen? If you discuss your situation in detail with the devotee will be able to help you. Okay, I think that ends all the questions. If anyone, that ends all the questions in the chat box. There's one more. Prabhuji, when we donate for Food for Life regularly, do we invariably participate in Krishna's vow that who do not get anything, I provide them? Yes, so we are sort of making our wealth utilized for the purpose of the Lord. The Lord wants to provide for everybody. The Lord is providing for everybody. We are allowing ourselves to become instruments in the Lord's plan. So in that way, definitely we are participating in the Lord's plan. Okay. Thank you very much for your patient ear. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Guruji.
Jivamrit Prabhu, can we end?
Yeah. Prabhuji, just one question from my end.
Yes.
So, Prabhuji, first of all, thank you very much for taking this session today. So, it was very, truly very enlightening. But, Prabhuji, my question is, since in these sessions, there are many people who started attending our Sunday Bhagavad Gita sessions from the last few weeks, and you've been practicing Krishna consciousness for last many years. It would be very helpful and grateful if you could guide us why one should continue attending these Sunday Bhagavad Gita sessions and how it will help them in their lives.
Okay. Thank you for your question. See, we all are products of Bhagavad Gita class. And at least, on a Sunday or once a week, when we meet with devotees, these conversations in your regular life, you will not be having with anyone. Your family members, your colleagues, your friends, they're not going to talk about Bhagavad Gita or about the Lord so much. No? So, but ultimately, we are all spirit souls. We are not this body. Bhagavad Gita, the first instruction which Lord Krishna gives Arjuna is you are not the body or the soul. Now think about it. Everything that we are doing right now in life is for our body or for the bodies of our relatives. You are earning money to provide a livelihood for whom? For the body. You are eating food to keep the body nourished. आपका वो दाल चावल और सांबर rice is not going to the soul. It's going to the body. We are having a comfort at home, comfortable home. That's not for the soul, that's for the body. Our vehicles are for the body. Our bank balance is for the body. Our education is for the body. Our status of life, it's all for the body. Our recreation is for the body. Entertainment is for the body. Everything is, even yoga that we do is for the body. But we understand we are not the body. So what are we doing for ourselves? What are we doing for the soul, who we are? So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches us all these things. And then we learn about how to lead a life in which we can be happy, how to chant Hare Krishna, how to do all these activities by which we provide food for the soul, food for us. And that is only taught in Bhagavad Gita class. That is not discussed in your Monday morning office conversations. That is not discussed in your family meetings. That is not discussed in whatever movies or shows that you watch. That is only discussed in association of devotees. And therefore, it is so important. If we want to be satisfied, we need to provide food for the soul. And that is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. And someone may say, हाँ ठीक है, okay, Prabhuji, but I can read Bhagavad Gita on my own. Why do I have to attend these sessions? Or I can be irregular. कभी आऊँगा मेरे मूड के हिसाब से, कभी आऊँगी, कभी नहीं आऊँगा, like that. But when we when we read ourselves, that is very good. But when we discuss with devotees and when devotees teach us, then they share their knowledge and their realization that comes from the parampara. And we get practical knowledge of how to apply Bhagavad Gita in our life. And when we regularly attend sessions, we become inspired to take it up more and more. Maya is so strong that we can get bewildered, or rather we are getting bewildered very, very fast. So it requires a weekly dose of spiritual strength for us to keep going. And then more and more we get connected, we'll see difference in our life. Some unnecessary habits will go away. Unnecessary temperamental issues will go away. Unnecessary desires will start to reduce. And this happens very quickly if we regularly follow. So when we hear a Bhagavad Gita class, we'll feel inspired to chant for a couple of days. We drag ourselves on, and again next week we get another jolt of enthusiasm, and it goes on. So that's why it's very important. It is said that consistency is better than inspiration. Because inspiration will be there for some time, it will not be there for some time. But consistency, if it's done every day, it will generate inspiration. So therefore, consistently listening to class, consistently chanting Hare Krishna, consistently reading Bhagavad Gita, these are the secrets of success for a spiritualist. These are the tips for self-realization. And ultimately, that is what will bring happiness. So this is my request to all those who are new and also those who are regularly coming, that please continue coming for this session. And in this way, make your life successful. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, so we will end here.
Hare
Wish
Krishna,
you all
Prabhuji.
a very happy Akshay Tritiya and a blissful spiritual life. Please take care of your spiritual life. By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have got this wonderful opportunity to serve the Lord, and let's make the most of it. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। जगत श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद।
कृष्ण
प्रभु जी,
दंडवत प्रणाम। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत
हरे
प्रणाम।
कृष्णा प्रभु जी,
Prabhu, Dandavad
दंडवत
Pranam.
प्रणाम।
Thank you so much for this session.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।